Hello, everybody. It looks like we're live. Welcome to the New York Beauty Crocodile. So this is the second block for February. I was thinking we didn't make it to February, but we're just at the end of February. So we made it by a couple of days. So Shannon and I are back from QuiltCon and we're ready to work on this. We're only going to be here for an hour tonight instead of our normal 2. I'm really tired yet. My plane got in really late and I didn't get home until after 1 o'clock. And Shannon's got a gig she's got to go to, or like a practice for her improv thing, which if you guys have not seen any of those videos, you need to check them out because it's really cool and fun. So, so we're gonna go at 7. So we're probably definitely not gonna finish this tonight, but keep working on yours and then come back in 2 weeks to Shannon's channel on Slay Arts or at Slay Arts to continue on the next block. Do you remember what the next block is?
Yeah, I think it's actually not in 2 weeks, isn't it? Because the 5th is just a week away because we had to push,
Oh, that's right. My
right?
goodness, everything's coming so fast. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, animals.
Uh-oh.
Someone's coming home. But yeah, so the 5th, and it will be the. Hold on a second. Let me pull up our little
Calendar. Yep.
calendar.
Yeah, so the 5th. Sorry, I misspoke. So coming next week already. Gosh, the week is going so
Is
fast.
Bandicoot, which makes me laugh. I love that.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the 18th is Frill Neck. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
All right, so Bandicoot on the 5th on Shannon's channel. So make sure you head on over there next week. Yeah, I think that's all the news. We're gonna get sewing here because we've only got
Yep.
an hour. I will tell you about a few things coming up this week as we start. I'm gonna be a little bit behind Shannon here because couldn't find my pattern book until like a half hour ago. So I don't have all my stuff ready and cut or whatever. But um let's see, Tuesday, tomorrow. Yay! I'm so excited. Is Shannon's birthday.
Woo,
Yay!
woo, woo.
So not only are we going to celebrate her birthday over on her channel, but we are also going to celebrate her getting to 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Yay! I'm
So exciting.
so excited for you and so proud of you. You've worked really hard to get there.
Thank you.
Of course. And that starts again at what time, Shannon?
It's 7 o'clock. So we're definitely I've wrangled people and convinced them to stay from 7 to 8 at least. But if we're having a really good time, we might be able to talk people into staying later. But
Awesome.
knowing that we all just got back from QuiltCon too, I don't know if I'm gonna make it past. Oof.
Right? Because you basically have hit the ground running. You came back and had to go to work, and now you
Yeah,
have this, and then you have improv
practice.
practice. So, man, you didn't take any downtime to breathe.
No, it's been a full day today. So yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, definitely from 7 to 8, and we'll have some surprise giveaways that we'll get to do. And you have to be subscribed and be on the live, all that, all the normal
All the
kind of
things.
things. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm really looking forward to it.
So there's a link to Shannon's channel in the description box below, but I will also put her channel in the chat right now. But definitely go on over there, subscribe to her. Probably most of you that are here already are, so thank you. But if you are not and you want to be part of her 1,000 subscriber / birthday party / giveaway
Not every day you turn 29 again.
I know, celebration tomorrow night, make sure you subscribe to her. And then on Friday, we're going to do, well, first, there's 2 things happening on Friday. And one of them is my celebration for hitting 20,000 subscribers. So that will be a lot of fun. I will have Shannon here on, plus Stephen and Walter of Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter, and Russ of Quilt Meets World. And I see Russ in the chat. So hi, Russ. Good to see you. We just saw him at QuiltCon. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're just going to chat. No sewing that night. Maybe need a glass of wine after this week.
Hey, yeah.
Getting into swing of things. Plus, as soon as I got home, my husband was here today, but I had a bunch of things to catch up on around here. And then tomorrow he'll be home, but then Wednesday morning he leaves. So
Yeah.
it's gonna
Quick
be, I think I'm
turnaround.
gonna be really tired by the end of the week. So that could just be like me being slap happy. So we'll see. But again, you need to be subscribed to my channel for that, because I am going to have some giveaways, and that's only good for subscribers. That night you'll only be able to comment if you are a subscriber, but also bring your questions, because all 5 of us will be there and we'll be really excited and happy to answer your questions if you've got some. The live won't last very long if you don't have questions for us. So definitely make sure you have some of those. And then let's see, Saturday, I'm going to do the Corey Yoder Calliope quilt that she gave me permission to do on my channel. So we're starting, usually my live on Saturday starts at 5, but I'm going to start a couple hours earlier so we can get a little bit of headway on the quilt. So I'm going to start at 3 p.m. Eastern time instead of 5. And we'll see how that goes. So I'm really excited about that. And then Wednesday is the sew day, which I missed this past week, although we did pop in, Shannon and I and Ingrid, for just a second.
It was fun.
What's that?
It was fun.
Oh, it was so fun. We were out and about. Actually, no, we were at Ingrid's house. And we just popped in and said hi to everybody for a minute, but I'll be back on sewing with everybody for the Stephen and Stephanie sew day. So if you're interested in coming to that, I will also put that in the chat here in a second, that Zoom link. It's private. It's not on YouTube. It will never go on YouTube. It's not recorded. And I know there's a lot of people who don't want to be like put on YouTube. So that's a good opportunity for you to come sew with everybody, but not be live. So if you would like to join us for that, come on over.
Shelly said, "Love your shirt, Shannon." Shannon, thank you, Shelly.
Oh,
it was one of the ones from QuiltCon that I came back with.
Oh yeah, that's cute. Very, very cute.
It was a popular shirt because it's pretty funny. So
it is pretty funny. So Shannon, do you have anything that I haven't covered that you would like to talk about, like that's coming up on your channel?
So Thursday will be I'll talk a lot on Thursday about like my impressions as a first time QuiltCon goer, and what I really liked, what I think they could do a little bit better about, like make it easy on people's bodies for the love of life. So that'll come out Thursday morning, and our virtual retreat thing is Friday, and your bash, and then Sunday we'll be back. Oh no, Sunday I won't have my Sunday brunch. I'll have a video, but I won't have my Sunday brunch because I will be in the middle of a Great British baking class at a baking studio, or a cooking studio just down the road, doing that with a bunch of friends and my kids, and it's gonna be a really good time. We're gonna do sticky toffee pudding and sausage rolls, and a sponge cake. So I'm excited about it.
That
so
sounds amazing.
Yeah. So no live, but I will have that'll make for some good footage the next week.
I think I left Maryland too soon.
Yeah.
Let's see. People are saying and that said, I can't wait for Calliope. Me too. I'm very excited about it. It looks like a really simple quilt, so I think it's going to go together pretty quickly, which will be nice. Dana said the Calliope quilt is so pretty. I agree. I'm really, really excited to put that together. What fabric am I using for Calliope? Said Melissa. You know what, Melissa? I haven't decided yet. It doesn't need a whole lot of fabric. And I've got several fat quarter bundles, some that I actually got at Quilt Market last year, like during sample spree. So I'm going to dig through my bag of those and find something. I'm not sure. I love Corey Yoder, but usually for her fabrics, I have like a specific project in mind, and this one kind of just popped up. But I do have a pack of like rainbow batiks, but I also have a pack of like rainbow fabrics from Poppy Cotton that have polka dots. So I'm considering that. I think that could look pretty.
That's cute.
So we'll see. I don't know. rainbow's calling my name. I saw all those rainbow quilts at like QuiltCon, and
Yeah.
there were some very very good quilts there. Some inspiring. I definitely know for sure 100% I'm not a modern quilter. I can definitely appreciate the work that went behind all of them. Um, and the colors. The colors are what really inspired me, not necessarily like the patterns. So there was a lot of like rainbow colored quilts. And so I'm really excited to like maybe do some more rainbow colored quilts.
Yeah.
So
I'll have to catch the replay on that.
yeah, you're gonna be out having a fun time at your improv thing.
Yeah, that'll be good. Good fun.
Excited for you. That's gonna be a great time. Hi Joanne, good to see you. Hi Philippa, good to see you. Looking forward to Calliope and Rock Candy so long. It's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rock Candy starts the following Sunday, right after all of that.
Yeah. Oh, Melissa said, you got the shirt. Yep. To you, Shannon.
Oh, yeah.
And Charlotte said, I got a webcam, so maybe I can actually use my computer for Zoom. Awesome.
Ooh, nice.
Terry said, I'm not a modern quilter either. And Melissa said, some of the quilts made you go, exactly. I can totally appreciate, like, as a quilter, all the work it took to make the quilts, but definitely 95% were not my style and not
Yeah.
something that I would have the desire to make. But I can appreciate the work, like I said, and the colors really inspired me more than like the actual patterns.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
So
the way that
Kat,
they put colors together was really
yes,
inspiring.
yeah. So Kat Gore said, question, define modern quilting. So modern quilting is, for lack of a better way to say it, is pretty much anything that's not traditional. So like in my realm of modern, like the quilt behind me, which is my rock candy pattern, that to me leans more on the modern side, but it's still considered traditional. Um, but mostly modern quilting is very minimalistic. There's a lot of empty space in those quilts, whether it's like white background or a colored background, but like not a lot of blocks. And almost all of the quilts, I think there was only 2 or 3, almost all the quilts had straight line quilting.
Yeah, yeah. But also a
Was,
lot of solids. There's not a lot of like
yes,
patterned
right. Yes,
fabrics
yes.
happening at all.
Yeah,
In fact, I
exactly.
don't know, except for the kiddos, that the kid stuff was so much fun to see. But I
Yeah,
think they were the ones with the wild abandonment about about what prints they were using. But the majority of the, if it had any kind of print to it, it was like small toss kind of stuff.
right,
Yeah.
right. So yes, exactly. So just yeah, not it was like Shannon said, solids and very low volume, but bright and colorful, which was it was fun.
Yeah.
Um, a couple of my favorite quilts, there was one that, I was told on my quilt in one of my shows that I use an excessive amount of ombre. So the one quilt looked like it was tall buildings made out of black and gold ombre, which I loved. That was one of my favorite quilts. And it was gorgeous. It looks like something from the Great Gatsby.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that one I wouldn't make it just because that one kind of intimidated me, but it was beautiful. I absolutely loved that quilt. But I love ombre fabric. But that was one of the few that had prints to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Someone's how inspiring were the vendors?
oh,
I
the vendors were great. I felt like the vendors actually had, I don't know about you, Shannon, but I felt like the vendors had more variety than the actual quilt show.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There was a lot of like community work quilts. So like there were a lot of there were so many of the same color scheme that like a bunch of different guilds all work together to do, so there just seemed to be like a lot of the same thing happening over and over again. But the vendors was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that part of the whole thing. Hello, baby.
Yep. And there was, and both Shannon and I like FPP, foundation paper piecing. Shannon definitely much more than I do, although I enjoy it. I like more traditional piecing, but I do like FPP. Now Shannon's our FPP queen over here. So they had a lot of FPP stuff, and we all bought things that were FPP because they were just gorgeous.
I geeked out. One of my favorite designers was there. I had her sign her pattern. I was complete fangirl.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with that. I like whiffed out for her. I'm good. Yeah, Melissa said the vendors were so much fun. Yeah.
They were great, and they had such good things and such great ideas. Like, even if you didn't love exactly the fabrics they used, I could see a lot of the quilts in different fabrics. So just, it was a lot of good ideas I got from those things. So too many, really, because we don't have enough time to do it all.
Yeah. And it's really funny. I've been thinking today, because I was thinking a lot, like looking back at the things that we were doing. And I really think the things that disappointed me about the show really skewed my opinion of it.
Yeah.
The day after and everything. But like now today, I'm like looking back on it, I'm going, oh, this was so fun. And that was so fun. And this was a good time. But
yeah,
the not having any carpeting down, it being really hard on my knees and on everybody, it was a lot. And I think that's what made me all like, I mean, it could have been better.
I still think that it can be better. I think that you're correct. I agree with you that I think like the pain from the feet and the knees was like skewing our vision a little bit, or at least mine. I gotta speak for myself. But also what really, really bothered me, and this is the part I can't get over, is that they had huge open sections on the floor that the quilts, when they put the aisles of quilts up, they were squeezed in tight, really tight. And they were hard to get through because everybody, of course, wanted to see the quilts.
Yep.
And I thought, well, they did this because they didn't have enough room. Well, they did, though. They had a ton of space that they either could have expanded that, or they could have put in a ton of chairs and tables for people to sit down. Because, okay, you guys know that the average demographic in this craft is older folks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 65 plus is the average. And these poor ladies were all like sitting on the floor to eat their food because there was nowhere to sit, and lined up all against the back wall where like the bathrooms were. And I think that factor alone is skewing my view, because I just thought that was so disturbing that they didn't bring in chairs for people to sit down.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
No, that really bothered me.
And there was so much space for them to have been able to do it.
Absolutely, there was. Yes. So I don't know if that was just something that got overlooked, or somebody didn't do their job, or they just really didn't think about that. But that's something to me that was really important.
Oh, Charlotte's asking me about when on Saturday we were spending the day in Wilmington. We went to Rocket Fizz, which is a candy store down there. That was a lot of fun.
That was so much fun.
That's a must visit every time I'm visiting. Have to go there. And we got to see the Wilmington version, sister shop, I guess, of Bernina World of Sewing in North Carolina. The Raleigh shop was at QuiltCon, but Wilmington was open still.
Wilmington was the cutest little town. I don't know if any of you in the chat have ever been there or not, but oh my gosh, I think we had just as much fun, or more fun almost, in Wilmington than we did at QuiltCon.
Yeah. Oh, Joanne's saying invest in sneakers. I have amazing inserts that were recommended by a nurse friend of ours. And the first day, my knees definitely felt it. But the accumulation of both days, I was like, I'm ready to die. And it's just many, many hours walking on straight concrete it wouldn't have mattered how good your tennies or your inserts or whatever was. It wasn't going to be a good situation.
Well, and Melissa says she has hokas and they didn't help. So
oh well, there you go.
Yeah, the concrete was rough. It was hard, and it just that's the first, I'm going to tell you guys, and that's the first big show I've ever been to that had concrete everywhere, like no carpeting whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really shocked by that they had none, not even by the quilts, not anywhere. Like, that was rough. Yeah.
It was not fun.
Yeah. Melissa said, when I saw you, Shannon, you look wiped out. Yeah. By the time you saw us, Melissa, we were like so tired.
Yeah. We're not wrong.
Lydia said, welcome back. Thanks for sharing your experience with us. I especially enjoyed the picture of all the quilts. Very inspiring. Oh, thanks, Lydia. Yeah, I think that's my favorite part now, looking back, is looking at the pictures of the quilts, because in the moment, I think we were so tired and so much pain with our feet and stuff that I really couldn't appreciate them as much. Now, when I look back and flip through the pictures, I'm like, oh, that one's nicer than I remember. Or, oh, I didn't remember that I liked this one. We were just so done. So I'm glad that I have those, and I'm glad I took all those pictures so I can look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't regret going to my first show. I definitely don't regret getting to have a girls' trip.
That was fun.
And spend time with my favoriteest peoples. But I do really, I wish there had been some consideration taken into account.
Yes. Catherine said, I think that modern quilters are more free to express their own opinions.
Well, I don't know if I would necessarily agree with that, though, because I think about like the quilts that were made for the Underground Railroad, quilts that were made for like the Tennessee waltz. I can never remember what it's called. The 54 and done, or 25 downs and 60 inches to go, or something like that. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But those are strong political statement, traditionally pieced quilts. So I think there's always room for your, expression in what's happening around you.
Yeah, I agree.
When you're doing that stuff.
Yeah.
The modern quilters are definitely more shocking. Like there's
shock value in some of those quilts, definitely. Yeah. And the most shocking ones I didn't even show you guys because I was not comfortable putting that in a video on my channel. So, and not that I don't like, if that's their message they want to send, great. But it's just something I don't want to start any like political or anything stuff on my channel. So
yeah.
So yeah. Let's see.
Oh boy.
Russ said the concrete was intense. I stepped in my friend's booth and was ecstatic they put padding down. Give me a little break. Yeah. There were several vendors that had padding and they were really smart to do that, because I can't imagine the vendors by day 4. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if you didn't have anything and by day 4 you'd be done?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to walk by day 4 if, I was a vendor and had to stand on the concrete.
I don't know if so. There's a EPP company, Brimfield Awakening. They're in Northern Virginia, so they're really close to me. And they were across the way from Gotham Quilts. One of the husbands of the Gotham Quilt ladies brought down more inventory because by day 2 they'd run out. So for Saturday, the record-breaking day, they wouldn't have had inventory. So yeah, I can't imagine having record-breaking sales and standing on concrete just all day long.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, that was interesting that this was a record-breaking year. And even on the first day, when we were looking at vendors, some of the vendors were already running out of inventory.
Yeah.
And all of us talked about it. We're like, wow, they're running out already. They're not gonna have anything left for the weekend. So, but we found some incredible booths like the Gotham quilts that Shannon was talking about. GE Designs, Gudrun was there. We, got to say hi to her, and we purchased some stuff from her booth. Violet Craft was there. Riley Blake was there. Ruby Star from Moto was there. There was a lot of like big names there.
Yeah.
So, and then a lot of smaller shops too, which I really appreciate because I like,
I like
especially
the
with record-breaking attendance, that they got some sales, right?
Yeah. And some recognition,
Yes, I think that's great. So,
some eyes on them that they might not have normally gotten is pretty cool.
yep.
When I heard about the record-breaking numbers, because I was like, oh, there are like a lot more creators that were there on Saturday than had been there Thursday or Friday. And I was like, oh, it would have been fun to meet her, or it would have been fun to meet them, and he looked cool, and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, there was 1 million people there. Never mind, I'm okay.
Right, right. No,
Okay with not having met him.
I think if we would have gone that day and seen that, I would have been like, Shannon, I'm gonna sit outside. You go have fun.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the 2 days that we were there were packed. I can't even imagine having more people than that.
yeah.
So that would have been not fun.
Uh-uh.
And I like people, but I don't like huge crowds. It gets overwhelming for me. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And they were like letting people in early to start like alleviating some of the line that was happening.
Yeah.
Ooh. No, thank you.
Melissa said there were very few intense quilts. There were a couple, yeah. And she said she got the stars pattern from Gotham. Awesome.
Nice.
They had some really great stuff at Gotham Quilting.
Yeah.
Charlotte said there's always been political statement quilts. I think the ones in Raleigh are things we are living through now, so they hit closer to home, so to speak. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. But that's just why I didn't include them, because things are so divisive now that I don't want to start any kind of stuff with anybody. So I just showed you guys the more mild stuff. Although there weren't that many. There was only a couple that I wouldn't have put in the thing. So it's not like half the quilts were,
Oh yeah, yeah.
political statements. But if somebody put, we should love everybody, I would have put that quilt in. I think that's what we should do. Let's see. Let's see. Melissa said, Quilt Meets World. I did get the Quilts of Iceland book and Gudrun signed it. Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very cool. I bought that book too, Melissa. That's a great book. And I bought one of the kits to go with one of the quilts in the book. Terry said, I was a nurse in the operating rooms and we stood on concrete floors all day, every day. That's why most of us retirees have back and leg problems. See?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. And I understand for an operating room, you have to stand there. It's not really an option. I mean, but it's painful.
It was a lot for sure.
Yeah. Katie Kraft said, I used to work conferences in a vendor booth, and even with padded floors, it was exhausting. I agree with you, because even at Quilt Market, by the end of the day, I'm tired. I'm not necessarily like my knees aren't aching and my feet aren't ready to like scream, right? Like they were at QuiltCon. But yeah, I'm tired. My legs are kind of sore, but not like here. It was painful. Because there's carpets down at Quilt Market, but we only walked. We weren't even there full days, Thursday and Friday. And Quilt Market, I spend all day, and I'm just a little tired and sore. It's not like painful. So
yeah,
the carpets make a big big difference. And also, like Quilt Market, Quilt Festival has a concession area that was about actually almost the same size as the one at QuiltCon as far as how many like vendors they have for food.
Yeah.
But they have like 50 tables and chairs set up.
Yeah.
So you have a place to sit down, and just taking your feet off that concrete for even 15, 20 minutes makes a huge difference.
Yep.
So,
oh, Marilyn was asking about the Dolly Parton quilt. Yes, she was.
oh, that
She
was so
there.
cool.
Yeah. It was awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah. I wished I'd gotten a picture of it. I completely forgot. But it was really cool. Hi Jeannie, good to see you. There were quite fewer political quilts this year versus last year, said Russ. I did see some of the pictures from Atlanta, and it seemed like you're right. Like there was less, because it seemed like a lot of them last year there was a lot more. So yeah, that was kind of nice that there weren't as many. Not that if they want to make them, it's fine. It's just I don't want to start any of that stuff on my channel, so I left those out. Yeah, the Dolly Parton quilt was hanging in the Ruby Star Society booth, and it was like a pixelated Dolly Parton. It was really cool.
They had a compilation video. I saw it on Instagram. I'm not sure where else they might have had it, where they the team that was putting that together was showing how they did that. That was really cool.
That's really cool. I imagine if you look on Moda or Ruby Star, it's probably there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Katie Crash said even the small quilt show here in Denver has lots of seating. Yep.
Yeah.
Same here. We have quilt shows all over Ohio. Of course, we're the heart of quilting here with Amish folk and everything. And all of our quilt shows, they don't all have carpeting. The bigger ones do, but the smaller ones don't. But they all have lots of seating. So you can get off your feet. But the smaller ones, you're not staying there for hours and hours, because there's like,
love stuff.
you know, a tiny amount of vendors and only like 200 quilts. So it doesn't take you that long where you're hurting.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked them, Valerie. It was overall really a good time, even with the pain. You know, it's like childbirth. The further I get away from it, the more
yes.
the less I remember the pain.
The more we can appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. That was really the only bad part, was the pain.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys don't think we're like, we didn't like it. We did like it. It was painful. And I think that's fresh in our mind still.
Yeah.
Let's see. Russ said, I got a pic of the Dolly quilt. When I get a chance to do my haul video, I'll include it. Awesome. Good, good, good. Every time I thought to get a picture of it, there were so many people around it, because they were also doing like make and take projects in the booth right in front of it.
Yep.
So there was always a lot of people in that booth. So I never got a chance to like, so you guys saw the picture of the quilts in my video. Like I literally snapped them in between people walking in front of them, like as fast as I could. So the Dolly one didn't have somebody in front of it. So I just couldn't get it the couple times we were in front of it. So do they ever get closer to the northeast? Nope. The furthest north I've ever seen QuiltCon is Raleigh.
I had commented during the weekend. I said I was expecting to see more like quilted clothing, like quilted bags, quilted clothing, quilting things.
Yeah.
The pictures that I saw from people there on Saturday, they all came to play on Saturday. Everybody was wearing
all. Gotcha. So we missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was up with the van video? That was Okay, so we were driving behind this van, and I think it was you, Shannon, that was like, was it you or Ingrid?
No,
You, I
it was
think,
because he
right?
was right in front of me, and I was like,
Yeah. She's like, I think that guy's driving on the in the opposite side of the van. And I was like, you don't see that here in the States, right? It was like something that happens in Australia or something like that. And it looked like a van out of Australia.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, we need to get a video of this. But the traffic was really heavy right then. And so I kept trying to get a video, and like they would get way ahead of us and we'd catch up, and then a car would pull in front of Shannon just when we were about to the point where I could take a video of it, and then we couldn't get it. So finally got it. And sure enough, as soon as we passed him, we could see for sure that, because we're like, oh, maybe there's a really short person in the driver's side, but nope, he was driving hit on the right side of his car. So that was that was funny. Yes, postal workers do that. You're right. But it's not typical. You don't typically see it in cars driving on the freeway. So
yeah,
that was fun.
not at 80 miles an hour on the highway.
Right. Because we were saying like, oh, that'd be interesting to get used to while everybody else is driving on the left-hand side of their car. So but we think he must travel with his van or something, because he had like an awning, like a roll-up awning attached to the outside of his van.
Yeah, he was
So
like camping in that thing.
yeah, yeah.
Living that van life.
Teresa said they might have brought the van from overseas. We actually had that thought. They could have. It was kind of an older model van, so maybe they brought it from Australia or somewhere else, and that drives on the other side of the road. Um, we don't know, but it was just kind of neat, so we recorded it.
Yeah, it was fun to.
We're like, we'll probably never see that again, because none of us had ever seen that before. So
Yeah,
that's all. That's what it was about. Something fun. Philippa said the van was very odd. It cost a lot of money to import cars, and the van was junk. I know. That's why I was wondering, Philippa, if maybe they had brought it over years ago when it wasn't so old.
yeah, like maybe he wasn't the original owner. Maybe he bought it off somebody.
Yeah, yeah. But you're right. We said the same thing. We're like, that would have cost a lot to get it over here. So I think actually Shannon said the same thing. She was like, that thing's kind of like junky to bring over. So
That's a lot of money for that.
yeah. So somebody really loved their van.
Yeah,
But it was cool to see.
just random stuff you see on the road back home.
Right? Random road trip finds. Oh, that's a good point, said Joanna. She said, or he was a military and got a break in transport. Maybe.
Yeah, could have had that.
Could have been.
It just looked like incredibly unstable. It was so
Yeah.
high, and like the
It was sort of
wheelbase was
leaning.
so skinny. Like if
Yeah.
the wind blew too hard, he was going over.
Yeah.
Center of balance was not good.
It was sort of leaning to the right a bit, the side that he was sitting on, and we're like, oh. So it was fun. The things you see on road trips.
Yeah.
Hi, Candace. Good to see you. Are you home and recovered from QuiltCon?
Yeah. Checking in on everybody now.
Yep. A lot of collectors import left-handed vehicles here, so not as unusual here. Oh,
That's cool. I'll say that the highlight of the show of being down there was definitely getting to meet folks
Yes.
that I only see as names on a screen now. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we got to meet Candace, who's here in the chat, and Melissa, and lots of other people. That was probably, other than spending time with Shannon and Ingrid in person, meeting people was probably my next favorite thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also fun for Ingrid and I to stand there and watch Stephanie get fangirled over.
Oh gosh. No.
It was so cute.
No. I actually had one lady message me after and said, I saw you there, but I was too nervous to come over and say hi. And I was like, you should have. Ask Candace and ask Melissa if I was scary in person. I don't think I was, but maybe I'm wrong. But she was so cute. She's like, I saw you, but I was too nervous to say hi. Candace said, yes, I'm home. Need to give my paint card a break. I spent too much, right? You are not alone, girl.
I hear you on that.
Yeah. Yes, Candace is going to Georgia, so now we've met her in person, so we know who she is, which is great.
Yes.
Faith said, I agree with Stephanie. I am not a modern quilter. Nope. I am definitely not.
So that is I'm trying to, oh yeah, foundation E, or like the one of the inner part.
So pretty. I love those colors. Can you hold that up again?
Yeah. So this is, well, these aren't cut to size yet, but it's gonna be like this. Oh shoot.
Throwing things.
I know. Throwing things at the camera.
That's all right. Oh, I love your colors. Gorgeous, Shannon.
So, and then the green, arc in the center. So
yes,
that's gonna be fun.
That's pretty.
Now I gotta as everybody's working on it, with the two that are the next bit, the actual crocodile units, unit E and F. Mm-hmm. If you can, remember to take the time to make the seams go opposites, because it nests a lot easier.
Oh yeah. Yep.
When you're putting them together. Thanks.
Very pretty.
Thank you, Valerie. This was a QuiltCon pickup. Oh, I wish you were going to the Georgia retreat too, Melissa.
Oh, that would be fun, Melissa. Yeah. Teresa Lynch said the New York Beauty would be modern, wouldn't it? Well, sort of. I mean, it's paper piecing. We said that we like paper piecing, but it's not like the type of modern like I'm talking about, where I don't know how to explain it. Maybe you can explain it.
A lot of negative space, a lot of simpler. Well, I say simpler, but then there's a lot of improvising.
Yes.
So a lot of not right from a pattern, though there was a lot more from a pattern than I was expecting.
Yes.
I was a little bit disappointed in that part. Like, oh, I've seen this done a couple times.
Well, yeah, and I've been to shows that have more modern flair to them, and there's more like art quilts. Like there wasn't very many art quilts.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised by that.
I was expecting a lot more of the art stuff. I can't say that word.
Improvisational.
Here we go. You'd think I'd be able to say that word, but
it's a big word.
It to improv. Yeah, that's funny. But
yeah,
there wasn't so much of that.
No.
Thanks, Shelly. Thanks,
Candace said, yeah, I'm not a fan of most modern quilts. Yep. It was nice to experience, though. I just, at this point in time, I don't think I'd be interested in going back to QuiltCon, just because there are so many other shows, especially here in Ohio. Plus, I always go to Quilt Market, Quilt Festival, that are more like my style. And those ones, they do have like modern sections. So I feel like there's something for everybody. There's like art section, modern section, traditional section. So that's more my thing because I can appreciate, like I said, appreciate the work of modern, and I can walk through those quicker and then find my jam. So
Yep.
let's see. Shelly said, S said, love your color, Shannon.
Thank you.
And Terry said the New York Beauty has been around for decades. So true.
Yeah.
Catherine wanted to know, did you have a favorite vendor that was there?
Oh,
That's a good question.
there was just such a lot of fun variety. I had a really good time playing with the long arms. So
Yes. He came that close to purchasing a long arm.
yeah, yeah.
And as a matter of fact, the one day we were there, we were getting ready to leave, and we all started sort of walking towards the stairs, and she turned, and this is not what she was doing, but we're like, oh, she's making a beeline to go back and play with that long arm again.
But no, I was making a beeline to the stairs. I was done. But yeah, it was the long arms were fun. But there was some really fun things like the shaker, wood, like that Ingrid got,
Yeah.
carrier. There was just a lot of fun things there too. But a lot of really cute shops. But what I think I'm going to really like about going to Quilt Market is that that's going to be a lot of like the gadgets. Like there weren't like a lot of gadget stuff. Great
No.
patterns, great fabrics, amazing fabrics.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to all the gadgets in Houston.
Oh, bye, Philippa. She said she's at work. She's got to go.
Ooh, have fun, Philippa.
Thanks for stopping in and seeing us on your way to work. Yeah, I agree with you. There weren't as many gadgety things. It was more like pretty much any brand of sewing machine was there.
Yeah.
Like if you have a specific brand, you could find it. I talked to Janome, or Shannon helped me talk to Janome, and almost bought an M7, but not quite.
I was working it. I was trying.
She was, and I was gonna get one. I was thinking about getting one, but the gal that I was talking to, she said she was going to be there the second day because I wanted to think about it, and I couldn't find her, and I don't want to deal with anybody else because she's the one who quoted me a specific price.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I guess this is a sign for right now that it's not for right now. It's not meant to be. Yeah. And that's okay. Not that I need a machine because, you know. I would say if I had to pick a favorite, well, I don't know, it's so hard. But I really did like that Gotham quilts.
I really liked them. Yeah,
they were great. They had some great stuff. I actually bought an FPP pattern from them, and they didn't bring the fabric kit with them because it was so big that they're like, nobody's gonna want to haul this thing around, right? And so I ordered it on. I went back to where we were staying and ordered it. So it's gonna come to my house directly. But I really like them, and I don't know if you guys know what Gotham Quilts, if you've heard of it or not, but if you haven't, every time you make a purchase, they actually plant a tree.
Yeah.
So I really like that too, that they're like giving back and doing something good for the environment. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see. Lydia said she would love to play with all the long arms. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Well, you guys saw the video with, or most of you have seen the video with Shannon and Ingrid in front of the long arm, and Ingrid was playing it. That was her first time ever touching a long arm, so she was really giddy. It was really cute. Candace said, I'm going to a Sew and Quilt Expo next week in Georgia. I really like the vendors at that one. Awesome.
Oh, fun.
But yeah, there were some great vendors. One of the booths was some folks that I know from Quilt Market and met them at some industry things, and I've seen them multiple times. And there's a designer, her name's Sarah Maxwell. She's out of Missouri. And then her friend Pam that helps her work the booth all the time. They're so cute, and I just love them. So I ran into them, so I got to talk to them for a little bit. That was fun. Their booth was hopping.
Yeah.
So much so that I just stopped really quick and I was like, hey, Pam. And she's like, oh, I'm so busy, but come back. Because she wanted to talk to me, but they were just crazy. That's how
was
busy it was.
insane. Yeah.
So I ended up finding a time and then to go see them. So that was fun. But yeah, they closed their brick and mortar. They Gotham had a brick and mortar in New York. Brick and mortars are just not doing well, and it's really expensive to operate the locations and things like that. So they're online, but they have great stuff. Dawn says of which crafts that I love my M7. Great to hear. I know lots of people that have them, and my good friend, you guys know Stephen Bland, he has M7. He loves it. So that's kind of my dream machine, but it's just kind of really expensive. So
yeah, it's an investment for
yeah,
sure.
definitely. Yeah. So Terry said I liked all the quilts. If I had to choose, I would go with the modern. I don't know what she's saying because this can't be correct because she put butt boy. um,
Oh, but some of the
oh,
traditional quilters can blow your mind. Yeah, that's
okay.
for
I would go with the modern, but boy, some of those traditional cultures can blow your mind. Okay, there's just missing a comma. I was like,
yeah, that
Val said I
is.
watched everyone's videos of QuiltCon and the modern quilts is not my thing. Some were pretty, and I'm sure the vendor booths were fun. Yeah, exactly. It was great meeting the people from Gothenburg Quilts. I bought the Skyline quilt. Awesome.
Oh, that was fun. That was a nice one.
Mm-hmm. Are you ladies going to the Houston Quilt Show? We are. We will be.
Yes.
Very excited about that. It's Shannon's first time. I've been there a few times.
Very much looking forward to that.
And we get to go together. So that's always fun.
Yes, she's convinced me to fly.
Shannon is not a flyer, but I fly all over the place. So I'm going to fly with her and it'll all be good.
Yep. I'm very excited to be able to go with someone who knows what they're doing too, because it looks like it can be very overwhelming.
Yeah. Charlotte said, I heard that some of the vendors sold out. I think they probably did because even on the
Yeah.
first day, they sold out some of the things. Like one of the things from the Quilts of Iceland book, one of the quilt kits that I really, really wanted.
Yeah.
Totally up my alley, you guys. It was like a Northern Lights, all teals and blue. We got there, to that booth around 2 o'clock?
Yes.
And gone, already gone. It was
Yep.
already gone, and that was day one. So I think that a lot of the vendors sold out of everything.
Yeah. I don't think they were expecting. Well, obviously they weren't. It was.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
which
many
is
people.
great, but bad.
Yeah.
Great that there were so many people. Bad that nobody really knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. Catherine said, I saw some blue pieced quilts that made me think of you, Stephanie. Yeah, actually, one of my favorite quilts from the show was it was blue and white and black, and it was like sort of ombre. It started dark blue at the top and went to light blue at the bottom, and they were like triangular, like 60-degree triangle shapes that just went down the whole quilt. It was so gorgeous. And I would have liked that quilt whether it was blue or not. The style of it was really cool. It's something I'd never seen before.
Oh. Well, 4-minute call.
Oh, there we go. Almost 7. Gosh, that went fast.
I know.
Might have to work on this tomorrow some while we're celebrating your birthday.
Yay!
Yeah.
Here's the next group of colors. Well, this is the outer arc. So this is F,
Oh,
the
nice.
largest arc.
Nice.
Some greens and pinks.
Here's my inner arc that you already finished.
Oh, so pretty.
Foundation E.
Love it.
That's nice. Let's see. Faith said the fabrics for Stephanie's pattern Calm Waters are beautiful. Thanks. You're welcome. So that must mean you got them. So excited for that. I do have a couple of kits left for that one if you guys are interested in doing the same blues that I did.
Nice.
Those are in my Etsy shop. And also the PDF patterns of Calm Waters and Rock Candy are in my Etsy shop. And Shannon's going to be doing a Rock Candy sew along.
Yay!
Very excited to see that because lots of people have shown me pictures of the fabric they've picked. Isn't that so fun?
Very nice. Yeah, that starts March 10th. So that'll be on Sundays on my channel. So there's still plenty of time for you guys to pick out your fabrics and get in on the fun.
Yes, so cool. The artist of that quilt said that the quilt was the circles, the white pieces were a secondary pattern.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Cool. Shelly said, hopefully in the next week, I will be caught up with the blocks. Yes, us too.
Yeah.
All right, Shannon, do you want to remind people of stuff coming up really quick? Since we've
Sure.
just got 2 minutes left.
Okay. So tomorrow night is going to be my birthday celebration and 1,000 subscriber milestone celebration. So if you all would like to join, it's tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, or is it Standard or Daylight? I don't remember. Anyway, Eastern time. Yeah. And we'll have fun folks like Stephanie will be on, and Ingrid, who you saw this weekend with us, and friends that I've made from retreats, and friends well, I guess all of them I've met now at retreats, but also like other content creators like Stephen and Walter and Russ will be on, and the girls from the Millersburg retreat that have become like sisters. So it should be a good time. It'll be about an hour long. And then Thursday morning will be my like podcast vlog thing. So talk more about the QuiltCon.
Awesome. Can't wait to hear all of that. And then Sunday you have no brunch, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
But will you have a posted video or none this week?
Yeah, I think I'll have probably like maybe like a tips or a tutorial or something
awesome
to put up. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And then I will be on some of that stuff with Shannon. And then Friday is we're releasing our next virtual retreat, the sign up for that. So super excited about that. The theme is beach bum. So the projects that we're creating, Shannon and I are each creating a project. They will go together, which is really fun.
Yeah.
Let's see, that night, Friday evening at 7 p.m., we're going to do my 20,000 subscriber bash. I'm so excited about that. I have some giveaways, and we're going to chat with Shannon and Stephen and Walter and Russ. That's going to be so much fun. So make sure you come on over and bring any questions you have for us. Good thing is Stephen always has some fun topics to talk about in case you guys don't have questions. But it'll be a shorter live if you don't have questions. So make sure you bring your questions. And then Saturday, again, is the Calliope sew along from Corey Yoder. That is a completely free pattern. You can go to corianderquilts.com. And in that video, which is already scheduled for Saturday, there's a link to her blog. You have to download the pattern from there. I had her permission to do it. And so it was very kind of her to allow me to do it and also give you guys the pattern for free. So if you want to do that with me on Saturday, that is going to start at 3 p.m. Eastern time. I'm truly going to miss Shannon that day. She's going to be having a wonderful time, and I wish you the best of luck at your show.
Thank you so much.
Her improv. I've seen some of the videos of her improvs, and hope someday I can see one in person because they're funny.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So lots of stuff going on. Next week's New York Beauty, and then also Sunday evening, this Sunday, and I totally forgot about that till right now, is we're doing the Carnival Puzzle Mystery Quilt.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yes,
Oh, we are
completely
so
forgot,
tired.
right? So that's gonna be at 6 p.m. on Sunday. We, with everything else we have going on in the next week and just getting back, and we're trying to fit all this stuff in. That was the only time that we could really fit it where like Shannon had time, I had time, and all that kind of stuff. And we don't want to step on our friends' toes, people that were, that have lives and stuff like that. So that's when we're gonna do that, because like I said, her birthday's this week, and so her family's got some plans for her the next couple weekends.
Yep.
And like I told you guys, my husband's gonna be gone, and then in another week he's gonna be gone for a whole week. So, whew, fitting all the things in and us not being completely exhausted, that was where we could fit it. So that will be, it's different from our normal Saturday that we do it usually. So that'll be on Sunday at 6 p.m. So if you are part of that group where you sew along with us, look for that Zoom really soon.
Yeah.
But that is Sunday, and I'm so glad I remembered that because I completely forgot about it.
Yep. Totally forgot about it.
Yep. So lots of stuff coming up. So stick with us. Make sure you subscribe. Ring that bell so you'll get the notification of when things are going on. But the most important thing is come on over tomorrow night to Shannon's channel, Slay Arts, for her birthday / 1,000 subscriber bash, because it's going to be a ton of fun.
Yay.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you soon. Shannon's got to run, and I'm tired. I want to go to sleep.
Thanks,
so
everyone.
take care. Yep. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.
Bye.